DanielScranton.com. Welcome to the reading The Will of Source, the 9D Arcturian Council channeled by Daniel Scranton. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are surrendering our will, surrendering ourselves and our desires in favor of the universal shift in consciousness that we are all experiencing together. In other words, we have given ourselves over to the will of Source. And because we are where we are, we have found that the will of Source feels even better to us than if we were to have our own agendas that we were seeking to fulfill and actualize. We have noticed that going with the flow of the will of Source aligns perfectly with our desires. And sometimes we notice that the will of Source leads us to something that we didn't even know we desired. But when we arrive at that destination, we certainly do recognize the creation in front of ourselves as ours. What this has led us to realize is that any idea, any notion at all of being separate from Source or just an aspect of Source is pure fiction. It's fantasy. It's only real in the imagination of the one who is making that assumption that they are not Source all the time. So yes, if you say that you surrender to the will of Source, that might be a blow to your ego. Your ego is, after all, designed to give you that experience of being separate from Source and being separate from everyone else as well. So you shouldn't expect your ego to be very happy about that desire to flow with the will of Source. Once you recognize that you are Source, it becomes a lot easier, because then you know that the will of Source is your will. It is your will at the highest level of consciousness that you could possibly hold. You are there to assist in the shift in consciousness as you experience it yourselves. And that is a huge purpose to have in life. That is, in fact, you fulfilling the deepest desire that Source holds. And we just want you to feel for that alignment so that you can know that the journey to the fifth dimension is one of inclusion. The biggest part of you is including you in the process, as you include the biggest part of you in your process. Making this a conscious evolution and a conscious journey was always the goal for you as a member of the awakened collective. And with you being conscious of the truth that you are Source, you make the ride so much easier, so much better feeling, and so much faster than it would be if you had to do it all by yourselves. Let go and join us in our surrender, and we promise you, you will not be disappointed. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. DanielScranton.com